Hello everybody, Silverpicker here, and today I want to show you my paper currency collection. Now, I want to let you know before I begin that I know very little about paper currency collecting. I know a fair amount about coin collecting, and because of that, these two collections often intersect with one another. I started collecting paper currency, and I'm learning a little bit more and more about it each day. But like I say in all my videos, I love it when it's interactive, and I love when you guys comment or post video responses. Because not only does it help me a lot, you know, learning about what I have, but a lot of my other subscribers and viewers really appreciate it too, because, you know, the experts who comment, or the people that know more about a specific item that I'm showing, when they comment, my other viewers get to see it and gain, you know, deeper insight into what I have. So, that's the first thing I want to say, but the second thing is about this collection in particular. Almost everything here came directly out of circulation. Whether it's from change, or from the job I work at, or from my friend at the bank, everything here, I didn't purchase anything from a dealer or anything like that, so it shows that you can get a lot of cool stuff directly out of circulation. That also means that most of this stuff is not in great shape. But let me know if you know of anything specific, whether it affects the value. I know it affects the value, but you know, on specific notes, let me know if you know of anything that's really valuable or interesting. So without further ado, let me show you what I have. So the first bills are just regular $1 bills with interesting dates. Here I got a 1963 B, a 1977 A, a 1981 A, and a 1985. The last two are in pretty good shape, and the first two are in, you know, circulated shape. Not too terrible, no rips or anything, but, you know, a little yellowing on this one, a little bit of crumpling on this one. You know, I pull these out because they're really old, but do you think it's even worth it? I don't think these carry any premium, other than just out of interest. Is there any good reason for me to hold on to these? Over here I've got a 1988, and that's it for the old $1 bills that I pulled out of circulation. Over here I've got some silver certificates. Over here is a 1935A. Over here a 1935D. And over here a 1957A. The top one is in the best condition, but it's still circulated. The next one looks like it's been folded up a bunch of times and kept in someone's pocket or something. You know, and the last one is just very stained and really old. You know, I like these because they're totally different than typical $1 bills. You know, they got the blue seal and the blue serial number. And the other thing about really old bills is the coloring is so different. Not just those, you know, obvious ones, but on the back. Look at a current, or basically a current $1 bill's color, and then look at the silver certificate's color. There's such a deep, brilliant green on the older bills. I love it. I think it's beautiful. It really just shows why they used to call them, or, you know, people call them greenbacks. This is still green, but it's got nothing on the depth of this color. So I just really like that. Over here are some $2 bills. This one you might recognize from my other video that I got from the bank. It's a 1928G. Red seal, $2 bill, in god-awful shape, but historically it's interesting. You know, it's got the big red seal, and it's on the left side, red serial number. And over here, I just got this from the bank today, actually, and this one is a 1953, terrible shape. It's got pen writing all over it, but as you can see here, the seal is on the right side, slightly smaller too, and over here it has, like, the number 2. So you can see that. Over here, I have a 1953C and another 1953C. This one's in okay shape. This one is in terrible condition. It's got creases, stains, tears, rips. You name it, it's got it. You know, it's really interesting to look at because you gotta wonder where this thing has been, what it went through. But, you know, collectors-wise, I don't think it's worth very much. It's probably only worth $2. You know, but what do I do with it? Do I keep it? Or do I put it back in circulation? Or what do I do? You know, I feel like an idiot if I put it back in circulation, because it is really interesting and old, but I don't think it's worth more than $2. Am I wrong? Another couple $2 bills. Over here is a 1963, in alright shape. Another 1963 in even worse shape than that last bill I showed you. And oh yeah, the backs of these $2 bills are significantly different than the current $2 bills. Again, it's got that really deep green. I like the design on the newer ones better, but I really like the color on this. And I also like the edges here. You know, this sort of like framed look. Terrible at describing that, sorry. But anyway, here's just a regular 1976. A couple of those that are just in like really crisp, you know, uncirculated condition. Here's a comparison. You can see both of them at once. The old ones on top and the new one on bottom. Yeah, so I really think this is a beautiful picture. It's the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And it looks really nice. It's got people on it. It's, you know, lively, but, you know, the coloring on this is just so nice. Over here, you might recognize this from my other videos. It's the $2 Bicentennial 1976 first day issue stamped dollar bills. You know, if you want more info on that, you can check out my other video. Over here, just another 1976 in crisp condition. Over here is just a 2003A. I only picked that up because, you know, I don't have any and I might as well keep one. Or should I even? I mean, is it even worth it? It's not going to be worth anything for another 100 years or so. But anyway, over here are some 10s. I don't have any interesting 5s, to be honest. I don't know how that happened, but these are a couple of 10s from... Where's the date? Oh, over here. Okay, this one is from 1934A series, another 1934A, a 1950, and this is just a newer, you know, 1985. But these are really interesting because they've got big green seals, and the green on the serial number is much lighter than the new ones. You can see it's like this sort of like lime green versus the more traditional green that we're familiar with. And over here, on the 1951, the C is this size with the spiky edges, and it's much bigger and rounded on this one. The other interesting thing, historically, is that they changed the information here about, you know, the legality. It says, this note is legal tender for all debts public and private and redeemable in lawful money at the United States Treasury or at any Federal Reserve Bank. The new ones just say, this note is legal tender for all debts public and private. I guess that has to do with the gold and silver standard, you know, when this country had money that was backed by, you know, real hard, you know, money, I guess. But, I don't know, it's just interesting to see the differences. If you look at the back, it's the same image on the old 10s as it is on the new ones, but again with that crisp, dark green color. On to the 20s. I've got a 1934A, a 1934C, a 1950C, you might have seen that in another video as well. And these are all, you know, in the same, you know, circulated condition as the rest. Again, you can see the large B with the rounded edge, and this long, you know, sort of sentence about the legality, versus here, when it's slightly newer, it's got the spiky B and a different font for the writing. And then, you know, you can all look at a regular new 20 and see that it's totally different. I also got this one today. This is a 50. It is from 1934. It's a 1934A. And it's, you know, in pretty beat up shape. It's, you know, got stains and, you know, got some creases and stuff. It's not like a particularly interesting serial number as far as I can tell. But, you know, I don't have any old 50s, and I just feel stupid returning it, you know, if I just spend it. But I also feel kind of stupid leaving it here. You know, this is $50, you know, 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. You know, and you go back and you've got like $200 just sitting here, and if it's only worth the face value, then what's the point? I know I'm being a little bit frustrated and a little bit silly, especially because there's value in the beauty and the history, and I do care about that as well, not just the money. but you know, it sort of makes me wonder if there's no premium on these. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe some of them do have a premium, but let me know. And that's it for the old stuff, but over here I've been collecting star notes. I've heard that it's, you know, worthwhile to keep them. I understand that if it's an interesting serial number, they're worth a lot more, but you know, this one's pretty low. I don't know if this counts as low. It's only got 3 zeros, but 005524 with the star. It's in pretty good shape. I don't know, is that worth something? Over here, just regular, typical serial numbers, but all star notes. Most of them are in okay shape, but many of them are also in, you know, some of them are in really good shape, but many of them are just in regular, you know, circulated and folded and creased normal shape. I'm just trying to show you some of the serial numbers. All of them are like, you know, 2000s. I've got, you know, 2003 to 2006 or so, 2009. And over here, I have one more really interesting note. This is a web note. Over here, it's from 1988 A series. You can see the little 9 over here, which distinguishes it from other non-web notes. And the little number 8 up here. Now, for those of you who don't know what web notes are, now correct me if I'm wrong, I think I'm going to describe it correctly, but basically when they started printing notes differently than they did for many years. You know, many years they would do it on sheets, and this year, not this year, at that point they decided to try and do it on rolls. And the whole process didn't work very well. It was an experiment, and only a few years, from what I understand, actually used this printing method. So this is an example of it. I don't know if these are worth anything, but it is interesting from a historical perspective of, you know, the Department of Engraving and Printing. If you don't know what star note is, by the way, I'm sorry I took that for granted. But basically, if something gets messed up when they're printing a bunch of bills, they have to replace them, they reprint them, but they put a star next to it to indicate that it's not the same bills. Now, I don't really understand why they can't just destroy the old bills that were messed up and reprint them with the same serial number without the star. If somebody could answer that question for me, it would be much appreciated. But that's what they do. Over here, I've kept this because it has 5 4s in the serial number. I know that some serial numbers that are interesting are worth more money. Is this one such example, or is this not good enough? Let me know, and let me know what I should keep my eyes open for if this is not so good. Over here I have a $5 star note. It's in okay shape. It's also got 3 zeros at the beginning. I don't know if that's low enough, but let me know. And over here is just a couple foreign bills that I have. This is a Chinese 1 yuan bill. These 3 are in sequential order. 79, 80, 81. I got these from the bank when I was living in China. And this is some of their older currency that I just kept. This as well, it's just some older currency from China that I kept. And you know, just some extra blank pages. And that's my collection. I also have a couple Canadian bills, but they're not with me at the moment because they don't fit in this binder. But I'm sorry I dragged this video on so long. It was probably a boring one, but to be honest, but I hope you enjoyed, even if you fast-forwarded through half. But I hope you got something out of it, and if not, let me know that too, because you know, I want to make videos that people enjoy watching. You know, I'm not just doing this for my health. I want people to learn, and I want people to enjoy. So, with that, I will see you next time. Silverpicker out.